coffee shop could be their kitchen. Or someone who deserves cashmere that's as warm as they are. Those colors. And someone who makes time for you. I think you're up to something. Oh, it's nothing.
going on, everybody? It is Friday night. It is break night. It is December 5th, 2025. We are a little late starting tonight, but I think that we were just trying to get that mini squared away. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit here. All right. We are going to kick it off with baseball tonight. Going to be a little bit quicker pace tonight. I have a show I am doing tomorrow, so if we had gotten dragged on too much longer with let me turn something down here. Eden is just wide awake right now. Like wide awake. We're going to kick it off with baseball tonight. We do have our other breaks. We have football and basketball. So break order tonight is going to be baseball first, football second, basketball third, and then Bowman U, if it fills, fourth. All right. I do need to move over the links for the live. So give me 1 second on that. All right. Oh, whoever's having a good start to their weekend. Hopefully we pull some monsters tonight, as always. Aiden is like singing in his room right now. I have no idea why he's so wild. All right. Yeah, we're doing a in-shop vendor show tomorrow. So I have a 1 6-foot table for that event that I'll be doing. I did get a bunch of shipments out today. So I have a short list of folks. The following folks are going to get shipments here by Monday at the latest: Corey Hickok, Dennis Guzalik, Kenneth Carmack, Tanner Michael, and TJ Wilson. TJ, your shipment's actually ready. I just need to get a label for it. So, but your shipment is actually packaged behind me and ready to go. So, and then I will do the sorts for this week's breaks, and then do shipments accordingly. 2025. Link. All right. Post. I do have 2 spots available, one in football and one in someone I wanted a link for. All right, and then let me get the YouTube link over. Serial number break is active, so get your serial number in the comments section. Friday breaks 12/5/2025. YouTube. We will have Allen and Ginter next week. And tomorrow the mega breaks will go up. The football break will go up tomorrow, they'll probably go up earlier. The baseball break I'm going to put up later in the night because I am still kind of compiling that one. It's all right, Liam. It's not a big deal. You guys just got a pile of cards accumulating. I'll just sell them during the show tomorrow. It's fine. I've got National Treasures. I've got Boys of Summer. I've got some baseball products. The football break is set. I've got that one. You guys voted on, you wanted Mosaic Hobby included in it, so that's what I did. So that one's going to close that one out. So we have quite a few boxes, quite a few hits coming out of that one. And then let me just get this. All right. Let's see. All right. So baseball's up first. So I do have the Jags available in the football break. Your dad told me to. Liam, he told me just sell whatever I could get for it. He said he's actually been using your college fund to pay for sports cards. And so he needs to find a way to pay it back. So he told me to go ahead and start selling some of those cards until he's satisfied. So he said any price is good. You'll have to talk to him about it. That's what he told me. He said the choice was sports cards in college. I mean, he said it was a tough choice. He went with sports cards. Lynn, Brad, Brendan, Matt. Hey, Sean, we're doing the vendor sport card day tomorrow. So if you want to swing up to the Rex, I'll be up there and we'll have a couple other people. We'll actually have one of the guys from Prince Frederick up there as well, too. So the Prince Frederick shop will be there as well. Don't listen to him. So Jags are 45. I would also take sports cards. Okay. When college comes around, you let me know. All right, there's baseball. Jags are 45 available for the football break, and I have the Warriors available in the basketball break, and they're 35. We're going to go manga hunting. Oh, all right. Hey, Mikey's favorite. Sweet. All right, I'm going to get your serial numbers written down here. We're going to get into baseball. Did a little throwback break, bringing back some 2025 Bowman. I think a lot of you Bowman fans were pretty happy about that. Ew, what'd you have surgery on, Sean? All right, serial numbers, TJ. 33. Kevin, 67. Let's go on Kevin. Let's go on TJ. Mark has. Hi, I saw you earlier. Wow, Liam, way to be so down. Debbie Downer saying we're not going to pull a manga. I pulled the kaboom out of an advent calendar. Liam says we're not going to pull a manga. Undisclosed. Very fair. No questions further. No questions further, Your Honor. Brain surgery. I totally understand. Wife had enough. You want the Jags, Mark? Okay. I will put you in for the Jags. 25. Sean. 73. My pen is dying. That's not good. My good pen, too. Sean, 73. All right. Liam's got number 1. What's up, Chad? Other serial number, I guess. Chad's going 1 as well. All right. You know, Liam, now I'm going to just pull one just for the fact. Actually, Liam, I'm going to pull 2 tonight now. Just out of spite now. My pen that doesn't want to work anymore. Seriously, it's like my good pen. Now it's empty on all the ink I've used on you guys. That was my good pen, too. All right. That's that. I'm going to need to get a new oil thing. Or an Ink Joy. These pens were like legitimately like one of my best pens. All right. I got that. All right. let's get to cracking. I will update the. I'm going to go ahead and get Mark's spot for the Jags. I don't even believe you, Liam, because you don't even have that much money to give. You couldn't even come back to give me that kind of money if we do pull one. All right, Jags are going to go to Mark. I'm gonna. Well, he's got me in that sheet. I'm just going to go ahead and put the mini spots in for that, since we can run that random pretty quickly afterwards. Chargers went to Mark. Vikings. Hey, Mark, sorry if I seemed a little rushed tonight. Time is just not my friend. It just seems like I'm always up against time. I was trying to help Ryan get the promotion stuff. I was behind on getting my sale items listed. I wanted to do more, but I just ran out of time because I knew my wife was trying to get out of the house to try to do some work tonight because she's going to be not seeing me at all tomorrow. So sorry if I seemed like I was rushed to you. Definitely was just, I was rushed, but I was trying to cover all my bases while I was there. But I think it sounds like you got everything for the most part square for what you needed it to be. If I interpreted and read the tea leaves correctly. All right. I got the random setup, or I got the break setup for football. We'll do that random afterwards. Just put that in my random.org. I don't know if we'll be doing the duck races tonight. Like I said, I got a little bit of a backstop tonight. I can't go too terribly late tonight because I've got a. Thank you, Andrew. You want one? All right. Hey, Micah, are you on right now? I don't know if Micah or Clay Hunting's on right now. Okay, serial number 1, Andrew's got. Okay, we're going to do Bowman first. So I'm going to go Mark Padula is going to have the A's for this box. Reason being is the probability of pulling an A, pulling an autograph of Nick Kurtz and stuff is, I believe, higher and a better auto chance with booklet autos and stuff like that out of Boys of Summer than it is out of Bowman. So that's why I valued the Boys of Summer version to be higher. We're going to have at least 2 boxes of Boys of Summer in our end-of-year Mega Baseball break. I am debating if I'm going to put more in. I could do as many as 4 boxes in there based on the price point that I got it at. So I am kind of debating on doing that. So we will see. I do have still some baseball that we will do for breaks next week. Topps Chrome update series will come out next week. I have hobbies and jumbos of that coming. So we will also see kind of where that lies. Topps should be sending that to me pretty on time. Topps has been good. Andrew, did you get in baseball? Yes, you have the Diamondbacks. It is not. It is a random, but it is a 27 spot random. So I'm going to combine teams like Marlins with some other, like Marlins, Rays, and Rockies will probably just get combined with other teams. It's not a pick your team, not for 110. I decided not to do the draft because it is my last break of the year. And then it would have just been complicated because we didn't get people for what everyone's paying into it. It's just easier in that case, just do a PYT. But a 27 spot, I'm going to look at all of the products I use, kind of look at who's kind of the bottom tier of the teams in terms of hits and stuff. And I'm going to use them and kind of combine them either with other. I'm kind of debating whether I combine I will probably combine like the bottom 3 teams with like the next bottom 3 teams just to kind of bolster those up. So, all right, here we go. We're going to start with 2025 Bowman. Taking us back, Braden Montgomery, Josu Brencino, Ben Rice rookie, JJ Weatherholtz, Fair Weather Collectibles, and then VIP Nick Kurtz. We'll sleeve that. Perez first, Christian Moore, Walker Janik first, Torres, Mariano, Bobby Witt Jr., Jackson Churio, Sagano, PJ Moreland, Sammy Hernandez, Conrad Kaysen. There's a Nick Kurtz again, Kyle DeBarge, Emmanuel Kloss, James Wood, rookie, Hagen Smith, Ismail Javier. I'm going to eat my words about the Nick Kurtz card. You watch. George Clausen, O'Neill Perez, Carson Bang, Jesus May. There's the first one for the Brew Crew, Mike Trout, Cassis, Marcus Semien, Leo DeVries, Thomas White, JJ Weatherholt, Malcolm Moore. Actually, so Weatherholt's firsts are in here. I forgot about that. So that's actually a good team to have. Luis Pena, Jackson Holiday, Jung Ho Lee, Thomas Sagas, Yerman Cabrera on the Reptilian first Bowman, and Cam Smith and Hagen Smith. Yeah, I felt like when I've done the 30 spot randoms that there's always just a situation, even though the Rockies and the Marlins may have 2 or 3 hits, they just don't ever feel or kind of carry. Where's Cricket? There we go. They just don't carry that same weight. Clearly. All right. And then the same is obviously going to be true for the football break. The football break is also going to be at 27 spots. So we're going to have 5 teams combined. And I'll probably do the same thing. I'll take the bottom 5 and I'll combine them up. And I'll do it kind of like, so it'll be like the 32nd team that has the least amount of hits will go up to the, that'd be 22nd team spot, and so on and so on. So in some respects, having 2 teams, even though they may be lower on hit count, may not be a bad thing. So, and I will, when I put the breaks out, I may not publish right away what those combo teams are in the break post, but I will at least make a note of it in the comment section of those before we actually run the random. And like I said to everybody, the idea of why I'm dropping it, that break will not run until the 19th of December. It is giving you all time, knowing that'll be the last break of the year. Hold on. Sorry. It's not a break night unless I sneeze. So it gives you all time. You can make payments. I would ask you guys just put comments. Just say if you're going to make a payment, say, hey, payment 1 for end of year. And then I know how to track that while we're doing all our other breaks leading up to it. So the 19th of December, those are the only breaks we're running. Those end of year breaks. There'll be nothing else posted. That week will end on that Friday. So our last individual box breaks will end on Wednesday of the 17th. Lucas Ramirez, Christian Moore, Salvador Perez, Cole Raggins, Bryce Rainier, Hayden Alvarez, Malcolm Moore, Dylan Fine, Kevin McGonigal first, Sudstrom, Riley Green, Yuri Perez. Ooh, something for the Padres. How about a black? I forget what these are called, but that is 6 of 10 for the Padres. Going to Frankie. Frankie Riffle, 6 of 10. Nice hit. Fernando Tatis. It's funny, we were just talking about him on Nick's stream and saying, he had some bounce back years, but does he ever recover from the PED suspension? And I think the consensus we had was he recovers, but he can recover, but he's got to leave the Padres and go to a new team, somewhere where he can get a little bit more notoriety, I guess. But I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that. Josh Knopf, Kyle Teal, Zach Showalter, Esteban Maya, Bishop Letson. This box has been sitting in my safe since the last case of this we broke. Rafael Devers, Dylan Cruz, rookie Drew Jones, Pablo Guerrero, Osbel Gonzalez, Jacob Bressahan, Hernandez, Chen Win Lin, Kobe Mayo, Wyatt Langford. Holidays, all open all year cards. Braden Montgomery, Estrada, Wen Hugh Pan, Lara, and then 182, a 299. That's Nate Nankill. That's going to go to Mark Padula. Gets an A's hit there. I'm excited for the football break. And I'm not to say I'm not excited for the baseball break. I feel like I did a much better job so far of finding really good deals on football boxes to bring you guys all a really, really, really good football break. Baseball, like I said, I got National Treasures, Boys of Summer, Topps Finest. I think I'm going to put Topps Chrome Update in there. And then I'm just kind of seeing what else. Like, I need a lot more stuff to throw in there, for sure. Lawrence Butler, Mason Wynn, Walker Jenkins, Seaver King. Like, the timing of when Cosmic Chrome comes out may line up with our end of year break. It's supposed to come out on the 17th, and that's another thing I'm getting directly from Topps. Seaver King, Cameron Sullivan first. Alex Mooney, Cam Smith, E. Smith Pineda, Nick York, Yordan Alvarez, Dylan Cruz, rookie, Kellen Lindsay, Ricardo Yan, and Caleb Lamativia. So, like, I can do Chrome Update, and then I can do Cosmic Chrome. I have 2 National Treasures boxes, so we're actually going to do one of those National Treasure boxes as a break next week. And I may balance it out by doing National Treasures with an entire case of 2024 holiday tins. That's 6 holiday tins. They were very reasonably priced. So it might be like a high-low end break. So you're going to get a ton of cards because they're going to be like the holiday cards from last year. And we'll do like maybe a pay-by team with the Yankees as the giveaway team. So, so I think we'll have a national. We'll do a National Treasures break, with some other stuff. And like I said, I want to do some more Boys of Summer. But like I said, we have Cosmic Chrome coming out, so we'll see. I've got kind of some varying IDs. I mean, if we wanted to go really crazy on Sunday, we could do Topps Chrome Update and National Treasures. But I will tell you all, that will be a very expensive break. All right. Next set. Hayden Alvarez first. Richard Maddock first. CJ Abrams. Jacob Wilson, rookie. Tim Kentz. E. Smith Pineda. Aaron Escobar. Jansel Villarello. Ricardo Yan. Jacob deGrom. Ronald Acuna Jr. Bryce Elridge. We have the Mini Diamonds. Kevin Castillo first. For the Angels, going to Sean Stickle. I don't know why I left that highlighted. Let me fix that here. There we go. It was a little bit better. All right. Oh, I did that. Yeah, Cosmic, I think, is coming out on right on the 17th. So that might be, it might be like some update series from Cosmic. I would like to try to order more Cosmic when Topps drops them, but we'll see. Jose Perdomo, Pablo Guerrero, Will Simpson, Jonathan Long, Logan Gilbert, Kevin Alcantara, Hurston Waldrop on the red, which we know isn't worth anything because the Reds have been one. Gary Gill Hill, Victor Rodriguez, Winston Santos, Victor Rodriguez again, Drew Jones, Brian Reynolds, Drew Thorpe, Zaire Hope on the top 100 prospects. Sean Keys, David Ortiz Jr., Christian Campbell, David Ortiz Jr., Amelia Morales, Christian Yelich, Jurensky Noel, Trey Sweeney, Bo Walker, Jesus Tolero, and Ugarde. Actually, you know what we may do? I just thought about it. My Allen and Ginter shows up tomorrow. We might do Allen and Ginter and National Treasures for Sunday. That would be a much more, I think that would be a much more balanced break if we did that. So Allen and Ginter and National Treasures Sunday for Monday for baseball. So let me ask you guys this. Would you rather Allen and Ginter be done as a pay-by team? Or would you rather, so Allen and Ginter National Treasures, would you rather be done as a pay-by team or done as a 10-spot PYT? If you're doing a 10-spot PYT, you're probably talking about somewhere in the $60-ish per spot range. Try to do quick math in my head. 60, probably high 60s, low 70s. Quick math in my head. Spot. Or would you guys rather do a pay-by team in that case? All right, last section of Bowman. Matt Wilkinson, Rafael Flores, Austin Riley, Fernando Tatis Jr. We still haven't gotten our auto yet. Johensky Noel for the Guardians. Andrew Morris first. Ashil Andujar first. Luke Sinar, Chase Hampton, Kellen Lindsay, Shota Amanga, Bryce Harper, George Klassen, Charlie Condon first for the Rockies. Nice. Carlos Tavares, Nate Nankill first. PJ Moreland, Sammy Hernandez, Shohei Ohtani, Jackson Jobe, Will Contreras, Matt Wilkinson, Hayden Alvarez, 235 of 350. For the Angels again. Y'all are so quiet tonight. Talking to myself the entire time. Even Liam's not talking to me anymore. All right. Owen Wild, Thomas White, Travis Bazzana, Mookie Betts, Kyle Tucker, Travis Bazzana, greatness loading for the Guardians. Leo DeVries on the X Fractor. Was playing reindeer games? Got it. Is the new Call of Duty Black Ops game really that bad? Everybody seems to be trashing it pretty hard. I'm just curious. Caleb Lumavatia, Slade Caldwell, Sung Che Chang, Paulino Santana, Carlos Correa, Kettle Marte. Here's your auto. Jacob Breshan. I forgot for a second it was going to say Jacob Wilson auto. Jacob Bresahana for the San Francisco Giants. Go to Brandon Hicks. All right. I'll move this because we're going to need that here. By the way, I did make If Sports top 10 retail polls of the month, except I got honorable mention for the Travis Hunter. I did not get in the top 10. Hacker's only thing was for. If you want Warfield, you do Battlefield 6. I remembered Warfare. It was fun. I played it all. I played Warfare a lot during COVID. Carson Bang, Quintero, Bo Walker, Elvin Garcia, Samuel Basallo, Bo Bichette, Spencer Schwallenbach, Braden Taylor, Arena, Yumin Lin, Jack Lyons, Montez, Perella, Tovar, Trey Turner, Connor Norby, Sung Chae Chang, 12 of 150. Cam Kiminiti for the Braves. Yeah, that Zebra CJ Stroud. You've had actually quite a few big hits, Chad. There's actually been quite a few monsters you got. The Fiesta, I think, was the last one. The Alley. All right. Mitch Jebb, Colt Emerson, Peyton Ellis, Yamamoto, David Festa, Justin Crawford, Max Clark, Jang, and Leo DeVries. All right. That Zebra I was so not expecting that Zebra. CJ Stroud's though down. People are starting to kind of take steps backwards on him. Drake May, on the other hand, Drake May. You're going to do it to me. You were. Where's the knife? Oh, by the way, Chad, you should be getting another shipment after it. After I sort this week's breaks. You were at 9 after I did last week's breaks up through Wednesday. So, all right, Boys of Summer. We're going to find 3 autographs and 1 mem card. Not the last box we did, but the card before that, we did that. We had a booklet of Paul Skeens. So that was one of our biggest hits. A booklet. No booklets. All right. These are all thick stock cards. We're going to give our little cover here. Breaker's Delight. Yes, that is correct. All right. We're going to kick this off for the St. Louis Cardinals with a Lou Brock. That is 241 of 249. Yeah, no, see, like that's the thing that kind of happens this time of year is we like, unless it's like a new release product, we've seen traditionally breaks kind of wind down because everyone's got money they need to spend on Christmas presents. So breaking is kind of starts to become an afterthought, folks, unless it's like the new product, like the Topps Chrome update stuff will do well. All right, we're going to get our first mem card. No, it's an auto card in a weird spot. That is Carter Holton, 150 of 199 for the Atlanta Braves. Carter Holton. Yep. No, that's totally fair. So, like, I'll probably, like I said, I'll do the National Treasures break next week, but then we'll probably do, like, I'll be kind of watching to see what we do because football's not got a ton going on right now. Rookies and Stars actually got delayed. Next coming out for the Chicago White Sox. This is all sorts of out of order. Yerel Perez, 30. Nope, no 30s. 30 of 99. Yerel Perez on the patch auto RPA. Yeah, actually, somebody was telling me they did. They had their breaks done, and said it cost them $700 to have their breaks done. I said I could have done it for 2. Yerel Perez on the patch auto. Normally, there's more base cards in this. Oh, here they are. Here's some. Chase Burns for the Cincinnati Reds. Let's go into Kathy. 66 and 99. We did tag her, didn't we? I gotta make sure I tagged her. Yep, okay. I always like start questioning myself whether I tag somebody. It's going to be like buying cards now is kind of a tough time of year because I feel like people are going to be kind of niche. We used to, last year, we ran our big sports card show this time of year, and it was a very strange crowd. We had come in, we didn't have that off by one again. That is correct. You had 67. We had like very few people attend. We did okay on sales, but we had very few people attend. For your Baltimore Orioles, yep, Vance Honeycutt. That is 2 of 99 on the 5 relic. It's like a piece of the glove right there. Not sure where the red comes into this, but okay. That is not from any specific game or event. Maybe like a little glove piece or something there. It's kind of cool. If I actually felt it was game used. Oh, that could be. Or you've got a bad could be have a bad alternator or a bad alternator too. It's not charging it. 2 of 99. All right, 3 cards left. Well, for those Washington National fans, you'll be very happy with this one. How about a James Wood, 36.99, going to Mark Hudson. James Wood on the patch auto. Mark, if you can remind me or shoot me a message early in the morning, I will try to remember and to stick this in the stuff I bring tomorrow. Actually, I have my case right over there. I could, if you want, Mark, I can literally stick it in my case to bring it to you tomorrow. James Wood, 36.99. That was close for TJ. He was 3 off on that one. That's a nice card right there. 36.99, James Wood. That's what you're hunting for. And base card. 166 of 175 for the White Sox. After this break, I'll just throw it in I'll write your name on it, and I'll just go put it in my case right here, so that way I have it with me tomorrow. It's a really thick base card. Kyle Teal for the Chicago White Sox, 166 of 175. And the last card in the baseball break is it a base? It's just a base card. Well, I guess the James Wood was the best card in there. 93 of 175, Roger Hornsby for the St. Louis Cardinals. Did we get 3 autos? Oh, yeah, we did get 3. We got 3 autos. So, all right. We hit what we were supposed to. $93 175. I don't know where Liam is because that's Liam's favorite baseball player. So he's not like, I want, give me. All right. Let's do a recap from this one here. Yep. Give me a second, hon. Roger Hornsby, 93 of 175. Kyle Teal, 166 of 175. Chase Burns of 66 of 99. You got the Chase Burns at least. Chase Burns, 66 of 99 out of Boys of Summer. You got some Reds cards from Bowman too. Boys of Summer, Carter Holton, 150 of 199. Lou Brock, 241 of 249. Charlie Condon, first Bowman. Leo DeVries, X-Fractor. Kevin McGonigal, first Bowman. Jackson Holiday, open all year cards. Nick Kurtz, VIP. JJ Weatherholt, Fairweather Collectibles. Jesus Maeda, first Bowman. I heard the Yankees want to get below a $300 million payroll, so it probably won't be an exciting offseason for the Yankee fans. Cash will have to dive I'll have to dive all the way to the bottom of the dumpster for players. Oh, fun. Cam Caminiti, 12 of 150. Fernando Tatis, low-numbered card of this break, 6 of 10. Yeah, it's okay, Kathy. 6 of 10. I was actually making sure I tagged you. 182 of 299 on the Nick Nankel. Kevin Castillo on the mini diamond first for the Angels. Jacob Breshan autograph first for the Giants. Yerman Cabrera, first Bowman on the Reptilian parallel. Gerald Perez, 30 of 99 on the RPA for the White Sox. Hayden Alvarez, 235 of 350. I think, Mark, you had the O's too, so I'll put this one in there too. 2 of 99, Vance Honeycutt on the 5-patch relic card. You did, so I'll put that in there too. And big hit of this break, 36 of 99, James Wood on the patch auto. Very nice. All right, I'm going to write Mark's name on these two, and I'm going to put them in my case here. And then we're going to do football after I fetch my child from wherever he's hiding. I can hear him. All right, Mark, they are going in my case right now for tomorrow. All right, we're going to do football next, so give me just a second. We'll run that mini. Hiding. All this other stuff. Phoenix. You did. This is true. Right. Okay. On to football. I just got these blasters in. Target actually have run out of them. So all right, let's just set that here. Continuing our chase, we still have yet to hit a stained glass on Mosaic. Still have not hit one yet. I've had that happen to me too. I did stupid things. I jumped out of my bed one time and hit my head on the side of the bed as I fell out of bed and split my eyebrow open. I have no recollection of it. I think I was 3 or 4 at the time when it happened. So we do still have one spot left in basketball. It is the Warriors for anybody who wants it. If they want to jump into basketball, it is a 16-box blaster box break of Prizm basketball. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. I only hit the lock screen. Yeesh. Let's not do that. I could totally see that. Boys will do that. I did that. All right. Warriors, 35. Warriors are 35. Around. Sorry, I think I hit the lock screen. I kind of goofed up the stream a little bit, so sorry about that. Oh, EC3 is just on the wrong screen. 45. All right. All right. I'm going to just run that random for football. Friday football random. Going to do just a random.org random here. So give me just a second. I'm going to run that right now. 3 6-sided dice. Going to go 4 2 1 7 times. And your results will show in the screen. Brad Harriger is going to be on top for getting the Giants in. All right. Texticals. Next finish. All right. And here they come on your screen. There are your spots. I knew I forgot to copy that. That basketball break was about as cheap as I could make a basketball break for knowing what I got for that stuff. I thought that would be... These basketball breaks I've been trying to do like a really budget-friendly, high ceiling type break situation because basketball ceiling is just ridiculous. I don't know if anybody saw, but the Topps did a Dutch auction for what they're calling day one, which realistically it's just first off the line, but the Topps version. But they did a Dutch auction. I think they sold the Topps Chrome Jumbos something like $1,800 for those boxes. The Jags did sell, yes. I would, but Christmas, I understand. The Jags did sell for the football, Kathy. The only thing I have left is the Warriors in basketball left. Andrew, you have... Hold on. I thought I updated that sheet. Hold on. I think maybe. No. Negative. You used it all up. Because I wrote you down for... I think you must have used it on Wednesday. So I know the week before, the day before, you had the break. Or did you? No, I think you missed... Did you miss it on that day? Hold on. Did you write that? You used the $5 up from Mondays? I thought you used the $5 up from Mondays. But tell me if I'm crazy. I'm doing tags right now. Okay, I might not have wrote it down. No, there was no one on... we did not hit a 1 on Wednesday. We hit a 1 on Monday. Okay, then I may not have wrote it down. So, I know I wrote down your number one, so then you would have $5 because I wrote Chad's down. I wrote everyone else's down from that day, but somehow I didn't write yours down then. So you have $5 then. I've been better about getting those updated more regularly. No, you were it. Yeah, you weren't in anything Wednesday. You did. Okay. Chad, you have $5 of break credit, and that's what you got from Monday. You haven't used it yet. Okay, so Andrew's going to take the Warriors, so I will put him down for that. I'm going to tag people for football. We do have, I guess I'm going to put a note in here and add it to the captions. We do have 4 spots left. 3 spots. 4 spots. How many spots left? I go back and check. 4 spots left. 4 spots left in Bowman U football. SN break at 17 per spot. Put that in that descriptor here. Yeah, we had that 101L patch from it, the Sal Frelick patch. All right. So, all right. So let me get the football tags in. Football's now up. We've got Brad. We've got Mark. We have Sean Chambers. We have Frankie. We have Tanner. We have, that's Mark. We have Dennis. We have Kevin Gorman. Haven't seen Kevin in a while. Ken. Billy. Jaw. Wesley. Mr. Stevens. Kevin Stevens, you know you still got like $25 of break credit, right? Spencer, from all the stuff you've accumulated already. Frankly, TJ, James. So, all right, I got all tags for football in. All right, so we're going to go bottom to top on this one. So we have 7 spots of the Giants. So Mark's actually got 2 boxes. So we'll just do these 2 right here. And then we have Tanner, Frankie, Sean, back to Mark, and then Brad has the Giants for Phoenix. $25 for your serial number there, Kathy? $25 it is. All right. Yeah, it's just been slowly kind of creeping there. So, all right. Oh, just cracked my back. All right. Let me put. Just gonna put Andrew in for the basketball break. Let's just do the minis for that since I was looking at that. Let's update that one. So the Hornets went to Brian Tanner. Andrew Huther is going to take the Warriors. Pacers went to Mark Padula. And Pelicans went to Andrew. Trailblazers went to Frankie. Kings went to Andrew. Jazz went to Mark. All right. And then that is ready to run its random when we get there. Okay. All right. We are running our... All right, you're in. No worries, Ken. You're good. 8 for the serial number. You got it. All right. Move this out of the way. But you're just in time for the... I must have missed the PM then. Or was it when I sent you the shipping notice, I had sent your stuff out? All right, Mark Hudson has this for $2. So I'm going to be a little quicker tonight, just because I've got a show I'm doing tomorrow. Still going to appreciate the cards. Still got my count over here. We have yet to hit a stained glass. I'd really like to see a stained glass tonight. All right, Mark Hudson has the Giants for these packs. And after by the way, the Mega Baseball, Mega Football break, I'm going to probably be bringing up a lot of that. I will put out a notice in the group that says if you want your stuff brought to the card shop in New Hartford, to let me know, because I will be up there come January 2nd. We're actually going to be in the area January 1st, but I think we're just going to kind of check things out, settle in, and then probably the 2nd or the 3rd we'll come by the shop. Plan on seeing Joe and Nick, and everybody wants to come out. So last time out there, Nick and I did a box battle, and Leaf Lumber was the preferred. He's got an order for Leaf Lumber. I've got an order for Leaf Lumber. He's saying he might have no Leaf Lumber left by the time I even show up there. Say I have to donate one to the cause. Be like, well then. I got that Braun Strowman, not Bronson Reed. Braun Strowman eating show on, and I don't know where he's at. He's at one of those places where like the food is art, not really necessarily food. Weird. What's up, Tanner? All right. Tanner, your boy there is getting really hot in the value of his cards right now. The Caleb Williams market is on the rise. I actually have a guy I'm going to list a couple eBay cards for Caleb Williams autographs. He wants to move. Kenny Clark, Shamar Stewart, Chase Brown Green, Ladd McConkey, Silver Mosaic, Cole Kmet, Zay Flowers, Cooper Kupp, Mason Taylor, rookie, Green, Travis Etienne Jr., Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josie Jewell, Derwin James Jr., Amon-Ra St. Brown, Arian Smith for the Jets, Jordan Love, Kid Reporter, Travis Hunter, rookie variation. What the hell my pen fell. I'm like, what the hell just fell? Geno Smith, Micah Parsons, Debo Samuel, Jonte Wester, Kurt Warner, Derwin James Jr. on the pink fluorescent, Drake London, Brian Robinson Jr., Marvin Harrison Jr., Bryce Young, Jerry Judy Silver, Jaden Higgins for the Texans, Elevate, Barry Sanders, Dwight Freeney, Quinion Mitchell, Quinn Ewers, Greg Rousseau, Caleb Williams, Chris Johnson, Aaron Jones. I don't know if I have a picture of them. Hey, Mark, do you have a picture of those Caleb Williams autographs that Curly has? I'm trying to think if I have a picture of them. I'll get one tomorrow for sure. That is not numbered. All right. One for Mark. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. We had snow today, and the air is so dry now. My hands, you can kind of see my hands are like ridiculously dry. All right. Oh, sorry. Tyler Newbin, Xavier Legette, Tyler Warren for the Colts. Tyler Warren again, notoriety. Peyton Manning, Jalen Warren, Jordan Love, Green Mosaic, Joe Theismann, Jalen Hurts, Green Mosaic, not numbered. Tank Bigsby, Rome Odunze, Geno Stone, Marquise Brown, Torrey Horton. Epic Performers, Trey McBride, Jaden Daniels, nice for the Commanders on the pink fluorescent. That's a nice card right there. Not numbered, unfortunately. Nice one going out to the Commanders, which goes to Andrew on the mini spot. Rich Gannon, Jeremy Shockey, Troy Franklin, Tesla for the green mosaic, Colston Loveland on the silver mosaic, sleeve those. Kid Reporter, Abdul Carter, who apparently has a very poor work ethic, just what I want to hear. That one goes to the Giants. Okongwu, Hayward, Achan, Jimmy Horn Jr., Arik Armstead, Bo Nix, Adonai Mitchell, Fred Taylor, Malik Neighbors for the Giants, Cam Ward, Quinn Ewers, silver rookie, Jack Beck, Garrett Wilson, and Derek Stingley Jr. All right. I will say it has been not so... I mean, if you need to thin it out, now's the time to do it because you could probably get a boatload of money for it. All right, let me get these sleeve and top loaded. I feel like the Drake May cards are going to hold on. I mean, I would say if you're going to dump a Caleb Williams card, dump it right at the end of the season. Dump it right before the playoffs. I think that's your time you want to dump it. Yeah, see, I'd like to collect some of the Jackson Dart stuff, but I feel like I don't want to go heavy on the Dart stuff until we find out if we get any Topps products come out of it, because, you know, there's no chances of getting autos right now of Jackson Dart unless you're buying Leaf. All right, next box is going to go to Tanner Michael. So, Tanner, good time to get in here for the Giants. I actually have got to make a deal with Corey Hickok on that Malik Neighbors Genies card. I have a Sean Alexander card coming that I actually bought off Nick's the other day. Ooh, that's gross. All right. Hopefully we're going to hit a Kasich card. It always seems like we hit a lot of these case hit cards like really early on, and then they slow down a lot. But I will say the one thing we haven't seen a lot of, we've not seen a lot of honeycombs. I think our list says we only hit one honeycomb this year so far. Two honeycombs, two kaleidoscopes, two micromosaics, and 5 Genesis. Was it 2 years ago? We were hitting Genesis like they were going out of style. As I say that, there is a Genesis right there. Let's go. All right, Tanner. You going to get a big Giants card here? It is a rookie. Good luck to everybody on the Genesis. As I speak it into existence, Eric Woolds, Mikel Williams, rookie. I'm trying to think of what big rookie. Travis Hunter? Travis Hunter would be good. Ty Felton, Genesis. For the Minnesota Vikings, going to Billy Ryan on the Genesis. Very nice. Najee Harris. Ethan's having one of his nights where he doesn't want to go to sleep. I can hear him through the walls. Nice Genesis for Ty Felton and the Minnesota Vikings. I got my tally board here. Come, Mr. Tally Man, tally. Daylight come. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Fairbairn, University of Maryland time. I didn't know that. Mike Evans, Jerry Jeudy, Trey Hendrickson for the Bengals. Oh, nice. Pink mosaic. Again, for Touchdown Masters for Jaden Daniels. A nice Jaden Daniels card there. Giants season is such a dumpster fire at this point. The worst thing about this year compared to previous years of the Giants, Kid Reporter, is we actually had some expectations. We thought we could go 8-8, and it's just been a dumpster fire every year. Shedeur Sanders on the rookie variation, Saquon, Tyreek Hill, Marshall Faulk, Jack Beck rookie, Zach Ertz green, Matthew Golden notoriety, Trey Tucker, Eric Dickerson, Warren Sapp, Nick Scorton, green, Gabriel Davis, Brock Bowers, Jaden Reed, Ramondre Stevenson, Steve Young, Jackson Hawes, Caleb Johnson green, Dylan Gabriel green, who's probably run his course, it seems like, Christian Watson, Tim Brown, Quentin Johnson, Jalen Hurts, Quinion Mitchell, Drake May, Touchdown Masters, Caleb Johnson variation, and Terry McLaurin. Unfortunately, I feel like with Dylan Gabriel, if Shedeur Sanders continues to play well, I don't think his spot as the starter was like secure that he's going to be able to take it back. All right. Ooh. We were in the high 20s, low 30s. We just got snow today. We got probably about a dusting to an inch of snow, depending on where you were. All right, Frankie's got the Giants in this box. I think it's going to be a very cold winter. Lisa was telling me that somebody she knows is actually going on a cruise coming up here. Empty box. And they're going to go Royal Caribbean down to the Bahamas, I guess, coming up here real soon. I said, I don't know if I'd want to go to the Bahamas this time of year. I mean, it's 80 degrees down there. I looked at it. So if you're down in, well, TJ would know because he's down in Florida. But it's like 84 down there. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I would want to go down there this time of year because I feel like the one nice thing I liked about the cruise we did last year was like it was at any point wherever we pulled out of port, it was cool, good to be up on the deck and everything. I feel like there's some point you don't want to be up on the deck and it's just cold until you get like way further south. Like, honestly, the way the sunrise is here these days lately, I feel like the sun never quite, I don't know, it just always feels so low to me. Like, it either feels like it's at sunrise or it's at sunset. It's never like just the sun is up. It's weird. I don't know why it feels so different this year. All right. Frankie has the Giants in this one. Marshawn Lattimore, Kendra Lambert Smith, Egbuka for the Elevate, Jaden Higgins variation, Kyrene Williams, Chuba Hubbard, Dak, Kyle Duggar, Green, Joe Horn, Abdul Carter, Notoriety, DeAndre Swift, Christian McCaffrey, Tony Dorsett, Pat Bryant, Andrew Van Ginkel, Pink Mosaic, Pink Fluorescent Mosaic, Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown masters for the Lions, going to jaw. Zach Bond, Shakir, Chase, Ricky White green, Drake May on the green mosaic, Tyler Shuck or Show, Jaden Daniels, Tyrone Tracy. See, I feel like we're in for just a cold, long winter this year. We haven't had one in so long, and I feel like we're going to get stuck with the cold for a long time. Willis McGahee, Jalen Milrow, Caleb Johnson, Marion Hampton, Santana Moss, Travis Kelce, Ray Ray McLeod, DJ Giddens, True Silver, Marvin Harrison, Silver Mosaic, Killer Porter, Earl Campbell, Tony Pollard, and stuck behind it, Mean Joe Green. Trust me, I would love it to be a mild winter, but we've had so many mild winters down here in Maryland to kind of just see this cold come in so early. Like, I hate the cold. I am through and through a warm weather person, and I would much rather be in warm weather. I prefer to wear less clothes than more clothes, i.e. shorts and a t-shirt than short boots, wool socks, jacket, hoodie, and all the other things, because I hate driving in a car and I'm like sweating my head off in the car, but then I get out of the car and I'm freezing, so I got to throw it all back on. I'm not a skier, so I never embraced the cold. That's part of, I think, the problem. I'm not a skier. My parents didn't afford a snowmobile, so I never really got to do that. I'm sure it would have been fun, but because you paid for shipping. So I had to send it. That's why you didn't let me change it to Tanner asked, what's up with you sending one eBay card the other day? Because you paid for shipping. And I have to send it, basically, because I had to put a tracking number against it. You didn't let me change it to say local pickup. I figured out a way to get around the whole confirmation code thing. All right. Sean Chambers has the Giants in this box. A bunch of my target megas for our football did ship, so empty box. I want to say, did I order something for absolute football megas? I'm trying to think if I ordered anything. I saw there was Dick's Sporting Goods was doing some sale on some sport cards, but I still have a 10-box order shipment for Donruss mega boxes from Dick's Sporting Goods that hasn't shipped yet. Yeah, trust me, I understand. I get why they do it, but it also is very, very annoying. It would have been nicer if there was like a button you could push that just says, acknowledge I received it. All right, Sean Chambers has the Giants in this one. Hey, speaking of honeycombs, there it is. We got a honeycomb coming at us, so I'm going to slip that one to the back, and let's go. I blame Lisa. I blame Lisa, too. Arik Armstead, Will Anderson Jr., Puka Nakua, A.J. Brown, Pink Fluorescent, Danny White, Jamal Anderson, Jared Verse, Tyler Booker, TJ Hawkinson green, CeeDee Lamb silver mosaic, Cam Ward rookie variation, Jared Goff, Tucker Kraft, Khalil Mullings, Ray McLeod, Jared Verse, Breece Hall, Frank Gore, Chris Olave, Sean McVay, Golden Tate, Hunter Henry, Victor Cruz, going to Sean Chambers, DJ Moore, Devontae Adams, Terrence Ferguson, silver mosaic, Joe Theismann, Lamar Jackson, Calvin Ridley, Jeffrey Simmons, David Njoku, Jalen Lane, Brian Thomas Jr., Riley Leonard for the Colts. That is going to Mark Hudson. Jalen Hurts and Trey McBride. Riley Leonard on the honeycomb for the Colts. Hey, we had a Genesis and a honeycomb. I know, Lisa doesn't come and break anymore. We stopped doing select and she stopped trying to do breaks with us. So we should definitely blame her. She's going to, well, if she wants to, she can do breaks next year because I've got a bunch of travel I'm going to have to do next year. It'll be interesting. I'll say is I just hope y'all can be patient with me next year because I have a lot of travel I know I got coming up on, and we're going to have to figure out how we're going to manage that travel. I am kind of thinking about doing some stuff where if I know I'm on travel for a given week, where I kind of post the breaks up and they'll post, but they fill as they go, and then like the break might be on like a Saturday or something, but all right. Mark Hudson's got this box for the Giants. MLB stuff. Make her have to do some soccer breaks. How about that? All right. Empty box. All right, let me take care of one thing. All right. It's not as long as it's not tennis. Tennis was rough. I don't know. Soccer can be very bad too. Soccer can be extremely bad. Bowling. Bowling wouldn't be, I feel like, as hard to say, though, as tennis or soccer. Tennis and soccer are some of the hardest names to say. Like, I'm just guessing. It's about as Pokemon me saying the Pokemon names. All right. There we go. So Mark's got the Giants on this one. We got Lad McConkey, DJ Giddens, Will Anderson Jr., Green, Caleb Johnson, Notoriety, Ray Lewis, Richard Seymour, Chris Boswell, Jadeveon Clowney. Hey, Mr. Hudson. There's a Jackson Dart right there. Just add that to the stack I'm bringing tomorrow, too. Haven't seen a Jackson Dart in freaking ever. There's a silver mosaic one. I would be interested in that one. Gotta see how much it's worth now. Trayvon Henderson, Josh Jacobs, Will Dissly, Bucky Irving, Graham Mertz, Cam Miller, Green, Bijan Robinson, Epic Performers, Kid Reporter, Brock Purdy. I got some Pokemon cards I could maybe trade for it. Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, Justin Jefferson, Steve Spurrier. There's a green mosaic of Brian Branch. Pink mosaic, fluorescent. Cam Ward, notoriety. We got Brian Thomas Jr., Zach Bond, Leonard Williams, Dante Thornton Jr., Larry Fitzgerald, Tyler Warren, rookie variation, T. Higgins, Xavier Worthy, Lamar Jackson, Tyler Show, Trey Harris, Max Crosby, Puka Nacua, and Quinnen Williams. Silver Jackson Dart mosaics. Took it for us forever to freaking find one. All right. We got Phoenix now. Brad Harriger has the Giants on this one. There are those packs. Empty box. Yeah, they pushed back Rookies and Stars first off the line. They pushed it back. It was supposed to be this week, but now they moved it to next week, which is disappointing because I was actually really going to try to put that into one of our breaks, the year-end break. But when they pushed it back, that was no bueno. All right. Put the thick cards at the bottom, the thick packs, I should say. And let's go. I think last time I had it sorted pretty good. Oh, Ethan, how you don't want to sleep. All right. First fat pack of Phoenix. Start getting some of the numbered cards back. Maxwell Harrison, Egbuka, silver. Kyler Murray on the contours, whose job may be probably done in Arizona at this point. Joe Horn and T-Law. There's a lot of people that think that Bissett has been a much better quarterback than him, and basically he's not going to be the guy anymore there. Luther Burden the third. There you go. Oh, that's why it was hanging up. Tanner Michael. How about a case hit Genies? Caleb Williams. Well, there you go. There's something stuck on it. Sorry, I'm trying to clean off whatever was. That's what was hung up on it. Like there was like a little bit of glue from the. Let's see if I can get that off later. Who's out for the rest of the season? Kyler Murray or? Very nice. Very nice. We got Keenan McCardell on the red. That is 10 of 99. Nobody had 10. Keenan McCardell. Okay, yeah, I had heard that too. 10 of 99. Start replacing some of these here. Yeah, I heard he was done for the year as well. Njoku and Myles Garrett. But people basically said he wasn't really producing anyways while he was there. Taterora McMillan for the Panthers. He's a big hit right now. Chris Godwin, silver. Justin Jefferson, Jason Myers, and Ben Roethlisberger. Andreas Borgalis for the Patriots. Trevor Etienne for the Panthers, silver. Thunderbirds, Travis Swift, Muhsin Muhammad, and Michael Penix Jr. Next up, Isaac Tesla for the Lions. Silver Wave, Kyle Williams for the Patriots. That is 17 of 199. No 17s tonight. Then we got Joe Burrow. And that is a number, Joe Burrow. 118 to 249. Nice. Joe Burrow for the Bengals. Going to Kevin Gorman. Very nice. We got a Will Dissly and a Terry McLaurin. Just hear Ethan there going, It's like, Ethan, go to sleep, kid. Got a gold, maybe? Benjamin Morrison, and if it holds true, it's going to be like this. Nope, maybe I was just silver. Derek Harmon, I was seeing this, and I thought it was gold. Derek Harmon for the Steelers, silver rookie. Paragon, these are nice-looking cards. You would think these would almost be case hits. Marvin Harrison Jr. for the Cardinals. Derwin James Jr. and Javon Curse. He is wired tonight, which is not good, which means he's going to be up till like 1 a.m. It's 11:30, and Ethan is like shouting at the top of his lungs. All right. We got Mikael Williams. Jack Beck for the Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders. Jack Beck, rookie. Raiders went in the mini, and they went to Mark Hudson. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was literally just saying that. That kid is not going to sleep tonight. We got a nice one for the Brownies, though. How about a Shadur Sanders on the Phoenix parallel? That is 3 of 149. Tanner was blaming you, hon. He might have to, because he is just not wanting to go to sleep. They didn't have 3 tonight. Nobody had 3. Drake London and Steve Spurrier. I need some more top loaders here. Just give me a second. Oh, just cracked my hip. Both of yours are wide awake too, Andrew. Hard to go to sleep when your kids are bouncing off the walls, right? You would have thought he drank coffee the night before bed. I guess I got a bunch of extra stuff I'm bringing you, Mark, tomorrow. Well, how am I a snitch? It's in the comment section. You can see it in the comments. I was just pointing out that it's all her fault. We're blaming that you don't like us anymore because you don't ever come up here and rip cards with us anymore. So now when anything goes wrong, we're blaming you. Graham Mertz. Jackson Dart. Silver rookie. Is that numbered? It is not numbered. Silver rookie. Jackson Dart. Going to Brad H. The silver mosaic. Okay, well, that's not terrible then. Well, maybe we can work a trade on something tomorrow. Tyreek Hill, Thunderbirds, J.C. Horn, and Zach Ertz. I'd like to try to get the Jackson Dart retail set, but they've been coming so few and far between lately. All right, we got Kyle McCord, Silver Wave, Alex Highsmith. That is 7 of 199. Nobody had 7. You're just as guilty. Time is one of those things that feels like it's very hard. By the way, Tanner, you're getting a shipment. You hit your 10. So you're on my short list of shipments that I'm working before I sort this week's breaks. Ricky Pearsall, Lad McConkey, Keenan Coleman. The trade is you hand me the card, I hand you a 20, and then I hand you a 5, and then you hand me 25 back, and then we call it a deal. Just kidding. All right. It's funny, you guys don't have a camera. I make facial expressions, and you guys can't even see my face to even see the facial expressions. Do you guys want to see a camera of my face as I make weird faces? Or are you going to be like, oh, God, my eyes? Jaden Higgins, Deshaun Jackson, Matthew Golden, Contours rookie, Lance Briggs, Sam Darnold.
You never brought the cups down, so none of them are getting cleaned again.
I never came downstairs yet. You said when I come.
Running. I'm not waiting until 2 a.m.
Well, I'll put them in.
How late now?
No, it's not. It's never too late.
It's full.
All right, well, then you would have thought we gave that kid coffee.
Well, Walmart got fun and it click, and then $112 later, I don't know what just happened.
Oh, for food and groceries? Well, that's like when I spent $300.
I ordered half the store and I got like 6 things.
Welcome to the new world. It's how much everything is these days.
I can't keep up with that.
All right.
He sounds like he's opening Pokemon in his room, so I'm going to go sit in his room.
Or he's tearing books.
No, he doesn't have any books to tear.
Oh. Nick Scorton, Patrick Surtain II, Broderick Thomas, silver, and Bo Nix. And then the hit. Upside down. Andy Cheeseburger Reed is a Christmas gift. PAPOHN. I think this is a Marion Hampton. Patch auto. Patch. Pandora patch. Marion Hampton. Hey, that was a good guess by me. I actually got it right. That is 67 of 299. For Marion Hampton. Nice. Nice one for the Chargers. Chargers went to Mr. Hudson. Another one I got to bring to you tomorrow. Just bringing all these cards to you tomorrow. My breakers don't live this close to me. I feel unfair right now. All right. Xavier Watts. 6-7. Jaden Daniels. John Lynch. Geno Smith, silver, not numbered. And the final hit of the football break. Oh, upside down. This should be the auto. Rookie patch something. Rookie patch jersey. MWS. Who would MWS be? I don't feel like it's a big rookie, but I could be wrong. 183 of 249. I have no idea who that is. It's 49er. Oh, Mikel Williams. Rookie Phenom, patch auto for the 49ers. That one's going to James Kachaki. And James, if I said your name wrong, I apologize. That is which one? Marion Hampton? You are correct. That is $5 to you. It's freezing because it's when the heat first comes on, it sucks in the air from outside because the heaters don't come on instantaneously. So that's why when it first hits, it's always cold. It's cold till it's not. Mikel Williams for the 49ers. Good catch on that one. I had missed that to 67. 6-7. Even Tanner reinforced it. And I still just went right over my head. All right, $5 break credit to you. All right, let's do a recap of football, and we're going to go to our NBA break. Start piling these cards over to my side here to bring to Mark tomorrow. Alex Highsmith, that was number 2, 199. Kyle Williams, number 2, 199. McMillan base, Trevor Etienne, silver rookie. Quinn Ewers, silver. Tyler Warren on the variation. Cam Ward, I'm a paid observer. Well, it gets there eventually. Pink mosaic, fluorescent Cam Ward. Pink fluorescent AJ Brown. Cam Ward variation. Egbuka on the elevate. Pink fluorescent Jahmyr Gibbs for the Lions. Caleb Johnson, green rookie variation. Shadur Sanders rookie variation. Dylan Gabriel, green mosaic. Mosaic Tesla, green mosaic. My pellet stove has been working overtime with this freezing cold. Yeah. Trust me, I get it. Trust me, I'm waiting to see how much our propane tank gets obliterated this winter with how cold it's been. Colston Loveland on the silver mosaic. Tyler Warren, base rookie. Tyler Warren, notoriety. Cam Ward, base rookie. Travis Hunter, rookie variation. Derwin James Jr. for the Chargers on the pink fluorescent. Mikel Williams for the rookie Phenom patch. That was numbered to 249. 249. I need a second box for all the NBAs we're about to go do. Amarion Hampton, number to 299 for the Chargers. Jack Beck, autograph, number 2, 199. 76 of 199. It was the backwards 6-7 for the Raiders. Oh, which the Raiders is also marked, so I'll add that to his pile. Shadur Sanders, Number to 149. Keenan McCardell for the Jaguars. Number to 99 for the Jags, which also went to Mark Hudson. Pink fluorescent, Jaden Daniels for the Commanders, also for Epic Performers and the Touchdown Masters. We had the Honeycomb, had a couple nice case hit ones. Honeycomb, Riley Leonard for the Colts. We had the Jackson Dart Silver Mosaic. We had the Joe Burrow Thunderbirds, number 249. Silver Jackson Dart going to Brad Harriger, silver rookie for Phoenix. Ty Felton on the Genesis for the Vikings. And the Caleb Williams Genies card. Case hit. It was very nice. Going to Tanner Michael. Tanner, if I can remember, I'll make sure to put that in your shipment before I send it out. Yours is still in the process of being racked and stacked. Another stack I got to put in my case here. All right, we got NBA coming up now. Whole lot of NBA. I'm sure pellet costs, if the winter's going to continue to be like this, it's going to be through the roof. I can only imagine what pellet costs are going to, or pellets are going to be this year. Because pellets aren't, like, are pellets, Kevin, inherently cheap, or are they not cheap? $16 blaster boxes. It's going to be basically doing a case rip almost. Three, 5 more to grab. All right. How many 40-pound bags do you need in order to fill a hopper? And then how long does a hopper last? I boxed in the stands here. Looks like we're going into a tunnel here. All right. I mean, that seems cheap, but it scares me to think then what... Yeah, that's definitely crooked. All right. Specs and power. On average, what's the average size of a hopper on average? And does a hopper get you through an entire winter, or does it get you through like a month? Oh, 2 tons. So it's so it's a little $600. Yeah, see, that's the thing is I remember it being tons. My mom has a kerosene heater for her house in Vermont. So she uses that to heat their house. What's the range? Like, how much does the size of your house matter for a lot of that? Post for that. All right. It's going to run the random again. I'm just going to do a random.org for tonight. On this is for the Spurs. The Spurs will go to the top 8, and it'll be 2 boxes per spur per person. All right, get rid of that. 16 times. This is kind of we'll look at the back panel, but really we're hunting for a manga. 16 times Prizm NBA. It's kind of, hopper is 70 pounds. I go through about a bag a day. Oh, so you got to go out. Is your hopper inside or outside? Like, do you have to bear the cold in order to go do that? And so you can't forget then. Like, you can't forget to do that. All right, 3 6-sided dice. 5, 4, 6, 15 times. All right, and here comes your list. All right. All right, there are your teams. So your top 8 is going to be Mark, Lynn, Chad, Andrew, TJ, Jaw, and Jaw. So I'm just going to go top to bottom on this since it doesn't really matter. So you just got to haul the you got to haul the bags out of the basement. I gotcha. I've always heard the thing about like just like a grill is you have to be careful with those. You got to make sure they don't get jammed. You definitely got to make sure they don't get wet, obviously, because I know that from a grilling perspective. You can't let them get wet. Where am I going to sleep? What'd you do? Move them in our bed? Ray, Mark, Lynn, Chad. Oh, I'm going to sleep in Ethan's bed? I guess I'm just sleeping in the office then. Frankie, James, Miker, Brian. All right, basketball ties. I'm too cold to chill. I don't want to chill anymore. It's too cold outside. All right. Here we go. Man, the Thunder just put a hurting on. Oh, that sounds like. So you just had all the upfront costs, right? Of just having to have it all installed. I'm guessing that was probably the biggest thing. I think that's what holds my mom back from doing that. All right, here we go. First two boxes. Our first box is going to Mark Hudson. Winter does just suck. It's just, I hate winter. Hate the cold. Empty box. All right. So, oh yeah. So kind of looking at the side here. We do have chances at number down to 25. Sorry, can't see it. We do have chances of card number down to 25. It'll be the green pulsars. No 101 chances. But 299 to 25s. But that is what you want right there. That is what we want to see. Yeah, well, that Alaska part where they don't even see the sun till January. Forget that. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Yep. I see backwards cards in here, but I think that's just because that's how they did this product, was backwards cards. Oh, your brother and you installed it? Well, that's cool. Well, we've been lucky on a lot of our AC repairs and heating repairs. At least his father-in-law is an HVAC tech, so he's definitely saved us a lot of times. All right, this is Mark Hudson for the Spurs. Everyone else has their team. Dansby Bain, Tracy McGrady. And there we go, right out of the gate. Silver Emergent, Stephon Castle. That's a Silver Emergent Castle. And keep it going. DeAndre Fox, Jose Alvarado. Oh, well, that's nice. Cam Reddish, that is a cracked ice. Cam Reddish. Jalen Brunson, Dominance. Anthony Edwards, Brandon Miller. Rob Dillingham for the T-Wolves. Tristan Da Silva for the Magic Green. Jabari Smith Jr., Colin Sexton, Trey Young on the cracked ice. Brandon Roy, Legends, Green. Jalen Duren. Yeah, I agree. Jumping in pools and stuff. Yusef Nurkic, KJ Simpson. My neighbor has a hot tub. Jalen Tyson, Pascal Siakam, Fred Van Vliet, as a Cade Cunningham on the cracked ice. Cam Reddish on the True Silver, and Jalen Suggs. Am I going to be able to fit all these in there? Let's find out. All right. Let's leave this one up. I actually remember when Vermont, I used to house sit for my old boss, and they had a hot tub on their porch. And it was kind of cool being out in a hot tub in the wintertime, because the one thing I hated about a hot tub, we got Lynn is up next with her box for having the Spurs, was when you sit in a hot tub and it's summer, it's like you have the heat coming off the water. And like, so you just start sweating. And so it's not enjoyable anymore. Versus when it was the wintertime, you kind of had the outside air would kind of keep you cool. So you could it was actually easier to sit in a hot tub. So like right now they have a hot tub and I'm like, yeah, I could see that being useful. Like when it's the dead of summer, I'm like, Getting in a hot tub does not sound good when it's 100 outside. I don't know. There's a part of me that kind of is like, it'd be nice to have it, especially as I have like neck pains and back pains at times. The problem is that with my kids, it would be very dangerous. I feel like having a hot tub. They'd be too tempted to want to go in, and then they'd get in, and then it would probably end poorly. So, lots of considerations with that stuff. They have teenage girls, so there's their own dangers when it comes to stuff like that. All right. Lynn's got the Spurs on this one. Everyone else has their team. Good luck. Evan Mobley, Gary Payton, Rob Dillingham, instant impact for the T-Wolves. Missick, whatever. Duncan Robinson, cracked ice, Kaysen Wallace, Isaiah Hartenstein on the True Silver for the Thunder. Grant Williams, Peyton Watson, Tyler Kolek for the Knicks. Kyle Lowry, green. Brooks Lopez, Naz Reid, cracked ice, Tim Duncan for the Spurs. That will go to Lynn. Anthony Edwards, dominance, Chet Holmgren, Kelly Olynyk, Donovan Clingan. There's a Stephen Castle green instant impact. Nice. Couple nice Stephen Castles so far. See, now the air is getting warm in here. I can feel the heat coming off the vent now on top of my head. Put this one in Mark's pile. Give me 1 second. Watching my break and smiling. Aw. Well, someday he can come join me and he can do the breaks with us. He's getting pretty good at opening packs. Marcus Smart, Jaden Ivey, Harrison Ingram for the Spurs going to Lynn. Pete Maravich, green for the Jazz, and Jay Crowder. The only problem is if I still let me open some, probably. The only problem for Ethan is when he opens it, he'll like start like twisting the packs and stuff, and you're like, no, stop it. He'd probably also like not like open them here. He'd put them in his lap to open them. He wouldn't understand the purpose of needing to show the packs being opened in front of the camera. Ooh. My left nostril is itching the hell out of me. All right. I got that, and then that is Lynn's card there. All right. Chad Nugent has the Spur for this one, and everyone else has theirs. Ethan's getting very good at opening Pokemon packs. So we've definitely found something that's kind of enjoyable and fun. He doesn't understand the value of them, which is why, like, even when he has valuable Pokemon cards, we just put them in his binder. Someday he'll probably understand the value. Maybe in some respects it's better that we just let it be. So I have an interesting question for those who are still on the stream and who are Pokemon aware. So I have a UPC box that I was initially thinking about doing a break with. The thing was, with the UPC boxes, the whole reason I wanted the UPC box is I wanted the Charizard mat, play mat, and I wanted, and he said no, he's not. And I kind of wanted to hold on to the promo cards for Ethan, but I feel like if I do that, I'm taking away a lot of what the purpose of the UPC box is. So saying I would hold stuff for the UPC box, but do a break with just the packs, I feel like it doesn't work well for a break because you either are offering something sealed and offering everything inside it, if folks want it, or you don't do it all and I just open the packs for us and see what happens. So I'm kind of curious how you all feel about that. Like, Do you feel like you could do a break where you just do the packs, but then none of the other accessory stuff, including the promo cards, go with it? Or like if you do a break with a UPC, like, and just do it and say it in general. If you break a UPC, that the promo cards have to be included in that break as well. It's not just about the packs. Yes or no? All right. Terry Rozier III, Rasheed Wallace, the Devin Carter for the Kings, Austin Revis, Lugan Dort, Jeremy Shokam for the Spurs. That'll go to Chad, Kyle Lowry, True Silver, Patrick Williams, Clint Capella, Dylan Jones, Carmelo Anthony, Legends, Green, Zion Williamson, Jason Tatum, Jalen Williams, Cracked Ice for the Thunder, Nikolai Jokic, Dominators, DeJounte Murray, Marvin Bagley III, Johnny Furphy, Cam Spencer, Green, Miles Bridges, Kevin Durant, Keegan Murray, Terrence Shannon Jr. for the Timberwolves, Green, Emergent, and Giannis. Chad, you got one Spur out of that. I don't know what this is, but I got something sad on the TV. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, I don't want to see sad. All right. Next two boxes, Andrew is going to have the next two, so we're going to go ahead and just rip two. One, two box. And two. Oh, I just realized I did something. Hold on one second. I said two boxes for the Spurs per. So, okay. I know how to fix that. So that is actually Mark Hudson's as well, because I said two boxes per spot for the Spurs. And that was the second box. So that actually goes to Lynn. The box I pulled for Chad. All right, hold on. Let me back this up here for a second. So this is actually the second pack for Lynn. Okay, so that is actually Mark Hudson's. The one I just moved over is, okay. Thankfully, I didn't get too far down the rabbit hole on this because I just realized what I did, because I started doing single boxes and I was doing double boxes at first, and I went, wait a second. I'm getting to name 8 way before I'm supposed to. What happened? All right. Okay. All right. So this pack actually is the second box for Lynn. So I apologize for the confusion on that because I just caught myself. The first two boxes, it was 2 boxes per person for the Spurs. We've ripped 3 boxes so far. This is the 4th box. So this is actually Lynn's second box. So Lynn Riffle, this is your second box. So unfortunately, that Stefan Castle actually goes to Mark Hudson. Everybody thoroughly confused now? Yeah, you ran off the people. You're the only one talking to me. So how was your day? Go ahead. You can just put in the comment section and tell us how your day was. Like, I woke up, had a piece of toast, I took a shower, I put the kids in the car, I went to their school, had breakfast at Scramblers. All right. I'm glad I caught that before that got too deep, because it could have gotten really bad. I could have gone way down the rabbit hole on that one. All right. Here we go. Tobias Harris, AJ Mitchell. There is a Victor Wembanyama for Lynn. Precious Achua. I don't think it's part of the Knicks anymore. Come on, focus. Camera doesn't want to focus anymore because the camera's tired of working tonight. Actually, it was very good. I did not realize it is a chain. Precious Achua, Ao Dosumu, Tyrese Halliburton on the cracked ice, Zach LaVine on the true silver, Andrew Wiggins, Okoro, Yao Ming, Green Joker, Trey Jones, I'm sorry, for Lynn Bogdan Bogdanovich. Precious Achua again. Nice. They had the food tasted very fresh. I had the skillet, and that was very good. Alexander Sarr for the Wizards on the emergent. Jordan Clarkson, Sarr Thompson. See how long this lasts before I flip back over again. Sarr Thompson, Jalen Brunson. Not very long. Keegan Murray, Simmons, Kawhi Leonard, Andrew Wiggins, Cracked Ice, Derek White, Green, and Keontae George. Okay. I caught that. That's good. Yeah, but I thought it was very good. It's, you go crazy, you pay more. It's kind of, so the eggs were very good. I would definitely say if you were going to, if you had your choice of between going to Scramblers, IHOP, and Bob Evans, I would take Scramblers. The room actually, they took a lot of the walls out and they spread the tables out quite a bit. I feel like it actually made the room look smaller. Like they did like an open floor plan style. Okay, these two boxes are Chad's now. So Chad, you have the Spurs in these boxes. Now that I fixed myself. Empty box. Wait staff was very friendly, very easy. The only thing that I don't like about it is, but it's a product of where the building is, not a product of the business, is I hate the parking lot. I hate the parking lot. I hate the parking lot if you have a truck. Because it just feels incredibly small trying to maneuver around to it. But I didn't know. I thought Scramblers was just some like local person opening a restaurant shop up, and they called it Scramblers. I didn't realize it was a franchise, but it was good. I would go back. They have gluten-friendly options too. So good night.
They're making puppy sounds like he always does. I said, do you want me to stay in here? You're like this.
Yeah, Nick, you can text me.
He was like, go out. He kept pointing, go into the door, Mom. Get out of here.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Nothing. No serial number 25s yet, Kathy. We did not hit any serial number 25s. They're the jumbo Pokemon cards from Monday's break that I got to send out for people. I hate the jumbo cards. The jumbo cards are so hard to ship.
What?
It's fine, Nick. You can text me now. It's fine. I'm surprised you're still... Well, I guess I'm not surprised you're still up and running around at this point. Lisa found the... what was it? The Pokemon boxes. The Embryon and whatever... Oh, little Aiden.
Yeah, whatever ones I bought.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, trust me, Kathy. I tell people all the time, I said, you can just jump into a stream and put a number down.
Days.
Premium collection.
Premium figure collection.
Premium figure collection. It's breakfast, but they have lunch options. I think they're a breakfast lunch place, really. I don't think they're a dinner. They're not a dinner place.
They had like 6 boxes of those on the counter, and then like 3 of the brown boxes full of those.
Yeah.
They had a ton.
Patrick, Russell Westbrook, Pau Gasol, OG Anunoby.
I said, "Is that all you guys got?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." Oh, shit, Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, it was better than the depressing show.
What's the depressing show?
I don't know. It was something.
I thought you were talking about like a basketball game or something.
Jordan Hawkins, Markelle Fultz. Kathy says hi.
Hello.
Zion Williamson, cracked ice. Donovan Clingan. What?
I'm gonna go get in the bed because I can barely stand up.
Okay. Damian Lillard, Terry Rozier III, Bub Carrington, Silver, Terrence Shannon Jr. Emergent. Gary Trent Jr., Lugan Dort, Patrick Williams on the cracked ice. TJ McConnell, Jonas Valanciunas, Clint Capella, Jamal Sheed, Dylan Jones for the Thunder, Andre Jackson Jr., Jason Tatum, Austin Rivas on the cracked ice, Terrence Mann on the true silver, and Scoot Henderson. Man, I want to get at least one number. All right. All right. Next one for Chad for the Spurs on this, which was everyone else had theirs. Herbert Jones, Carmelo Anthony, Deep Space, Green, Rishisher for the Hawks. Nice. I understand. I think everybody's just busy this time of year. Busy, running around. Everything never ends. All right. Then we got Giannis. Did you see, Kathy, we're going to do like a mega baseball and football break on the 19th? Giannis, Kevin Herter. We got a cracked ice of Trey Murphy, Bazulis, Joel Embiid, Klay Thompson, Cam Spence, Al Horford Green, Chris LeVert, OG Anunoby. There's a LeBron cracked ice. Nice for the Lake Show. Nice. Final Prizm LeBron. What blanket did I take off? I didn't take no blanket. I'm making lies up. All right. Taurean Prince, Green, Rui Hachimura, TJ McConnell, Brawny, Victor Wembanyama. That will go to Chad. Mark Williams, Stephon Curry. Backwards cards, Devin Booker for the Suns, and Kevin Durant cracked ice. Was on your side, all of it. Not off the gray one was on your side. I have no idea why that blanket is all the way over there. All right. So Chad's got this one. So that goes to Lynn. All right. Moving on. This one goes to Lynn. There we go. All right. So next two. How do I? Kathy is. Sorry, I am just seeing something real quick here. Oh, good. So the baseball one, I have not. Sorry, I had to correct something on the stream on YouTube. Yes, there was Kathy, and I just went and deleted all of the messages and put that user in timeout. Yeah, that was a very creepy, weird person being stupid. So if they come back, then we just kick them. That was just, I don't know. I think people sometimes just see streams and they jump on and they just want to just say stupid stuff. I'm not even going to repeat what they were saying. So we're just going to move on from that. But yeah, so there's powers that you have on your streams where you can basically block users or delete comments. It was nobody from anybody in the group. Yeah, concur. 100% Kathy. Kathy said there was basically, there was, as Kathy put it, there was a strange, weird stalker dude making inappropriate comments on the YouTube side. And so I went and addressed the comments and deleted them and threw the user in timeout. If they come back, I will just delete them or block them. Strange people who have nothing better to do with their time. All right, so the next 4 boxes Andrew Ruther has. So actually, I'm going to rip all 4. Has the Spurs for. So anyways, going forward, oh, we have a red wave. We actually have a numbered card coming up. I just saw we had a different parallel. Yeah, that was really weird and creepy person. Nope. We are a family-friendly oriented live stream. Did you see LeBron joking with the Suns bench instead of playing while the rest of the team was playing? Then the coach called timeout and he was still over by the Suns bench joking around with them, and the coach was pissed. Yeah, I could see why a coach would be pissed about that. I would be pissed about that too. So anyways, Kathy, the baseball. So all of the spots, they're going to be 27 spot. It's $110 a spot. It is one random team. They're 27 spots because I'm combining some of the lower tier teams who don't have a lot of hits with other teams. So that way all of the values are more baseline level. Baseballs. So I figured out all of the football ones. So it was everything in that picture plus the mosaic hobby box. The the baseball break is going to be National Treasures, at least 2 Panini Boys of Summer boxes, the Topps Finest. I've got 12 of the Topps Holiday Tins from 2024, and I just got 4 here. So, and then I'm still adding more to it. I'm probably going to have Topps Chrome Update included in it, and as long as Cosmic doesn't slide, I may have Cosmic Baseball as well. So I'm dropping the breaks on Saturday. That's box. But that's just to give people time that if they want to jump in, they can. And then they don't have to pay right away. That people could essentially, if they wanted to like build payments up towards it or whatever, like we're also, what I'm doing is every break you get in. So because if you get into a baseball break, I'm giving one spot away in every one of those breaks to somebody. There's 2 giveaways, one for baseball, one for football. And so if you get into a baseball break, then you get a free entry into the baseball break giveaway. If you do a football break, you get a free entry into the football break giveaway. If you get into any of the other variation breaks, so whether it's NBA like this one, or Pokemon, or anything else that I post that's not baseball or football, you actually get a free entry spot into both breaks. So like Monday, I'll probably post a Pokemon break and an NBA break. So if you got a spot in Pokemon and a spot in NBA, you would get 2 spots entry into the football and 2 spots entry into the baseball. I will run the giveaway after Wednesday night's breaks on the 17th, because the 19th breaks are only going to be those year-end breaks. I'm not going to do any more breaks because the 19th is my last break of the year before I kind of take my break from breaking for the holiday season. It's kind of my end of year shutdown where I go and I got to reconcile, get everyone's shipments out for the entire year. So any breaks you've accumulated, especially people who've been active in the last 6 months, everyone's getting their stuff shipped regardless where you are in your stack. So the giveaway will run immediately after that Wednesday night breaks, because we'll set up for Friday night on the 19th. And no, will not be a what's the word I'm thinking of? It will not be a draft. It's going to be random teams. So in football, there's actually going to be 5 teams that are going to be combined, whereas in baseball, there's 3 teams that are going to be combined, or 3 spots that'll be combined. So there'll be 27 spots in both breaks. All right, Andrew's got the Spurs in this one for these 4. And then TJ will have a 2, and then Ja will finish us off with the Spurs. All right, here we go. Peyton Pritchard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Tyson. I'm really happy with the one at the. I'm really happy with the way the football one's laying out. I'm just trying to make sure the baseball one's just as good. I think with having national treasures, it helps a lot. Darren Holmes II, Donovan Mitchell, Tyler Hero, cracked ice, Jared McCain, rookie, Mimic, Zach Collins, Dennis Rodman, Instant Impact, Green, Donovan Klingon, Grant Williams, Jaren Jackson Jr., Mark Williams for Cracked Ice, Yves Messi, Green for the Pelicans, Brooks Lopez, Paulo Banchero, John Collins, Tyrese Maxey on the Dominance, Chet Holmgren, Robert Williams III, Rui Hachimura, Cracked Ice, Jamal Murray on the silver, and Marcus Smart. All right, stack number 2. Yeah, absolutely. What I did basically was I set the price point in the beginning. I set it at 110, and then I just started stuffing stuff underneath of it. So that way, instead of trying to like build up a break and figure out a spot point, it was easier to it's easier for me to kind of manipulate to kind of work within the price point of what I set. Oh, right. Sometimes you got to take advantage of that for sure. Trey Murphy, Dennis Schroeder, Joel Embiid, Rui Hachimura, Moritz Wagner, Cracked Ice, Kevin Garnett, Andrew Wiggins on the silver, Mark Williams, Julian Champagne for the Spurs. Ray Allen. Vucevic, green. Tyler Hero. Buddy Hield. Cracked Ice, Cody Williams. Dominance, Trae Young. Cade Cunningham. Nicholas Bateman. Bobby Portis. Green, Josh Williams for the Kings. Trae Young. Jalen Johnson. Cracked Ice, Nikola Topic. Green, Deep Space, Anthony Edwards for the T-Wolves. Nice. And Cam Reddish. Sometimes it's good to stay up late because it's like you feel like you always have to go to bed early sometimes, or you're just not getting that freedom to stay up late. So I'm all for staying up late. I am more of a night person than I am a morning person. I will sleep in but stay up till 1 or 2 a.m. I think maybe there's something about the night that's calming to me. No, okay. There's definitely. So you can see there is something different colored in this one. So I'm expecting we have a numbered card here. Jaime Jaquez, Jalen Tyson, Reed Shepard, Aaron Nesmith, James Harden, Cracked Ice, Malik Beasley, Jaylen Brown, silver, John Morant, Daniel Gafford, Dennis Rodman, Jalen Wells, green, Andrew Nembhard, Kobe Buffkin, Grady Dick, Global Reach. I had one night I was up and I could not go to sleep. I think I stayed up all night. My wife, Lisa, came downstairs. She was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm not tired." Jordan Hawkins, Dorian Finley-Smith, John Collins, Anthony Black-Green, Dame Lillard, Kyle Kuzma, Cracked Ice, Tracy McGrady, and for the T-Wolves, Red Wave, that is numbered to 299, 182 at 299. Oh, absolutely. I mean, this was a Black Friday find for these. All the NBA stuff I got were nice, really good Black Friday finds. Plus, I got some really good Black Friday finds on so Rudy Gobert for the T-Wolves, number to 299 there, and Gary Trent Jr. So I actually able to do some really cheap NBA breaks. The most expensive team in this entire break, I think, was the Lakers, which was $40. But most of the teams in this break were only $5. And so I got some really good deals on some NBA stuff and doing some breaks of that. We've had some really big hits on a couple breaks. Dort, Topic, Dominance, Damian Lillard, Zion Williamson, Clint Capella, Cracked Ice, Dylan Brooks, Tyler Kolek on the True Silver for the Knicks, DeJounte Murray, Tatum, Nowitzki, Dennis Rodman, green, Miles Bridges, Marvin Bagley, Tyus Jones, Cracked Ice, Bronny James Jr., emergent, Giannis, Durant, McCain, rookie, Giannis Green, who's apparently out for a month from an injury, Embiid, LeBron base, Tristan Newton, Cracked Ice, John Collins green, Caris LeVert. We're looking for the mangas. We're looking for the case hit mangas. I did get. Yeah, we already did. The football was the second break we did between this and baseball. All right. Well, that's kind of why other reason why I shut down at the end of the year, because I know specifically the week leading up to Christmas is always very tight for people. That's actually why the end of the year break kind of gets posted so early, so people can kind of budget for it instead of trying to just drop it all in a moment's notice. And I found when I tried to do breaks kind of through and past Christmas that people just, people don't really have money after Christmas. I mean, you get like gift cards and stuff, or you return stuff, but doing breaks is not really on your mind. And so like you kind of just let it carry into the new year and just wait till you kind of get to that like first or second weekend of January before you pick up, because everyone's running around and doing all sorts of different things. And so, leading up to Christmas, things slow down pretty quick all through Christmas and then up to New Year's. So it's just a good time to just kind of take a break. And we're going to go on travel. We're actually going to go up to New York and go see Nick and Joe and all of our friends up at the shop up there. We're going to go see my parents in Vermont. We haven't traveled. God, I'm trying to think the last time our entire family has traveled. All right, so TJ has the Spurs in these two boxes. Which box? I'm trying to think the last, like we took a one night stay over, or one, was it 1 or 2 nights? It was one night. Yeah, I think it was an overnight stay. We went to Great Wolf Lodge earlier this year with the kids before Aiden's surgery. I think we didn't go see my parents last year. Honestly, I think last summer was the last big trip we took with the kids, because last year we had no money to do a holiday trip. So we didn't go anywhere. We didn't go anywhere for Thanksgiving, and we didn't go anywhere for Christmas. I actually had to cancel our Thanksgiving plans. We normally go up and stay at the Great Escape Lodge, which is an indoor water park, because we were so upside down on money last year. Yeah, ironically, for all the stuff we do for the breaks here, everything on these breaks just goes right back into it. And the stuff I purchase is just buying more product for breaks. I don't actually take any money from these breaks for personal. It's been just focused on trying to build this up to a point. So if I had like plateaued what my purchases was on this, I probably could have started taking some money from it for personal, but I haven't done it yet. I feel like it's still an industry that's growing, and still trying to establish myself with it. Sounds weird for doing it for almost 4 years now, but we're still growing. Air handler outside sounds so loud. Sounds like a choo-choo train coming. All right, last pack for this, and we'll do TJ's 2 for the Spurs, and everyone else has their teams. All right. Here we go. Good luck. Just check something. I swear I hear something that sounds like somebody's running through our hallway. Give me 1 second. Have children, they say. It's great, they say. I'm like, why does it sound like something is pounding in the house? Like thudding in the house. So apparently my son faked out my wife, faked that he was sleeping, and got up out of bed and was downstairs running circles around the house. 120-pound kid running circles in a house that echoes. Yeah, it doesn't work. I'm like, something's not right here. And I was right. Caught him downstairs running around. Robert Williams, Tamar Kamara, Bob Carrington, Devin Booker, Aaron Gordon, Carmelo Anthony, cracked ice for the Knicks. Tim Duncan on the silver going to TJ. Paul George, Cam Whitmore, Kyle Lowry, David Robinson on the green for the Spurs. Julian Strawther, RJ Barrett, Cam Spencer for the Grizz. Isaiah Collier, Terrence Mann, Franz Wagner, Pete Maravich, Global Reach, Zach Riescher. That was nice. Like, it was throwing me off. Like, okay, either I'm hearing something's going off in my head. I've been having horrible ringing in my ear issues. Or the air handler is something wrong, or like I'm like, something is not right here. And as soon as I opened the door, I saw his door was wide open. No, he didn't miss me. He was downstairs running around because he thought he could just go out and go play because he's not sleepy. Tyree Eason, Nick Smith Jr., Bronny cracked ice, and a Dalton Connect green. Nice. Bradley Beal. Two nice Lakers cards right there. He had if he wanted to find me, thought you were going to find a ghost. You know, it wasn't out of the realm of my mind kind of thinking about it, going, well, at first I thought, is Lisa doing laundry before she goes to bed? Maybe. I'm waiting for Lisa to wake up and text me and go, why is he awake again? Because he faked you out thinking he was sleeping, but he wasn't. Now, the question is going to be we have an outside lock for their rooms. So if they just need to go to sleep and are not staying in their rooms, we can actually lock them in the rooms. I know it sounds terrible. It's just more sometimes for their protection. It's just as much as our ability to know that they're safe and that we can sleep if they're not choosing not to sleep. But sometimes we have to use that on them because we got a blue wave here. Drew Holiday, or Blue Lava, I guess. Antonio Reeves. That is a John Collins. That is 56. 56? No 56s. 56 and 99. Lowest number we've had in basketball so far. John Collins. Nice. Nice John Collins. I'm going to just move that with the castle and put that one right there. All right. The ghost thing did kind of pop into my head a little bit. If you hear me go, ah! Luka Doncic, Kristaps Porzingis, Miles Bridges, cracked ice. Jalen Tyson, Taylor Hendricks, Mitchell Robinson, Carmelo Anthony, Jacoby Walter Green, Lonzo Ball, Jacoby Poletto, cracked ice, DeJounte Murray, Green, Khalil Ware, Drummond, Karl Anthony Towns, Cam Spencer, Yiffy Missy, Malik Monk, Jordan Poole, and Silver Derek Lively, and Mogbo for the Raptors, and Bilal Coolby. Man, the big rookies have not popped that much. We've seen very little Sarr. We've seen no Zach Edey. Riescher is really the only one we've seen. We saw the Castle in the beginning, but then we haven't seen any Castle since then. TJ bag right here. Well, that works out. Now, if I see a ghost, I'm just going to be like, get over here. And I'm going to give him the business. All right. Last 4 boxes will be jaw for the Spurs. Everyone else will have their teams. This will be the end of the break. And I got to get ready for a show tomorrow. It's a mini show, kind of. We do it for only 4 hours in our card shop. We only have a couple people come in. I'm just being one of them tomorrow. I got to get some floodlights because our lighting is set up kind of like this nighttime bar chill theme, but then we kind of light it up for the card shop aspect of it. So $20. Boxes open here. This was an interesting sample size because I keep seeing these Prizm boxes on sale all the time. I'm doing 16 blaster boxes. These were half price. All these boxes were half price. Was kind of interesting. They had hobby versions of these, but I actually looked at the panel. If you looked at the side on the hobby versions of these, there's no numbered cards, and the chance of things you can hit is dramatically reduced. Tomorrow afternoon, it'll get posted. So kind of when I come back, probably tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, I'll post it. You'll get to pick what spot you want for where the random teams will get assigned. That's really the only pick thing you get to do. I'll put a post up tomorrow that'll say what time each of them are being posted at. I'll make sure everybody sees that. But I'll probably actually make it. Well, tomorrow I'm going to just, like I said, I'm going to take those overhead spotlights that are really dim, and I'm just going to put floodlights. And I got to go to Ace Hardware and go grab a couple. But I think if I grab those bright white floodlights, should be good. We kind of need them anyways in some spots, I feel like. Some of those bulbs are just kind of shot as it is. I haven't seen an auto. No autos yet. Trash can overfloweth again. Still think it's funny. I think my wife went to sleep, so she doesn't. I mean, I hear him. He's very much still awake, but it's gonna be funny when I tell her tomorrow. Well, he fooled you. You thought he was asleep. As soon as you went to bed, he got up and went downstairs running. Pull Luca. I've pulled one Luca auto in my entire breaking career, and I pulled it for myself. It was when we did a case of Chinese Revolution NBA hobby boxes, and it was a really rough rip until we got to one redemption, and it was a Luka redemption, and I have that Luka redemption in the case behind me. That's one of those autos I don't think I plan on letting go of. Well, we got another red wave, at least. All right, last pack to open, and we'll get started. So 16 boxes. We've got, well, I can tell there's a numbered card in here. So we've gotten 3 numbered cards so far. All right, here we go. Good luck. I want to pull a manga. Just one manga. One time. Bogdan Bogdanovic, Jalen Brunson, Khalil Ware, Anthony Simmons, Oscar Thompson. Ooh, that's a nice one. How about a cracked ice Stefan Castle? That's really nice. Going to jaw. Very nice. Sadiq Bey on the True Silver. Keontae George, Kawhi Leonard, Kaysen Wallace, Topic, or Nikola Topic, Instant Impact Green for the Thunder, LaMelo, Chris Paul for the Spurs, Anthony Hardaway, Cracked Ice, Sengun, Cole Anthony, Jaden McDaniels, Tim Duncan for the Spurs, Scotty Barnes, Amen Thompson, Cracked Ice, Nikolai Brusick. Weird. Terrence Shannon Jr., green. We'll sleeve on top of that one. De'Aaron Fox. We got Kelly Oubre Jr., Russell Westbrook, Dominance, Steph Curry, Dirk Nowitzki, Don DiVincenzo, Taurean Prince, Cracked Ice, Bol, Jared McCain, True, Max Strus, Markelle Fultz, Jeremiah Grant for the Blazers, Dennis Schroeder, Kobe White, Trey Mann, Cracked Ice, Luka Doncic on the Dominance, Ray Allen, Denny Avdija, Terry Rozier III, Alperen Sengun, green for the Rockets, Bobby Portis, Harrison Barnes, Dyson Daniels for the Hawks, Jason Williams, and I can't say that guy's last name. All right. Here we go. Donovan Mitchell, Mikal Banham, Naz Reid, green, Pascal Siakam, Zach Collins for the Spurs, Jalen Green, Cracked Ice, Missy, Suggs, Jaren Jackson Jr., Norman Powell, green, Kelly Olynyk, Peyton Pritchard, Paolo Banchero, CJ McCollum, Cracked Ice, Jaden Ivey, green, Mixic, Robert Williams III, Shaq, Alexander Sarr, haven't seen him in a while, Grant Williams, Aaron Gordon, Jordan Poole, Cracked Ice, Malik Beasley, True Silver, and Brooks Lopez. All right, last box. I do want to thank everybody for getting into these breaks and helping fill them and the mini to get this run tonight. Bowman U Chrome will get pushed to Monday. So we'll just carry that over. And let's hope for the best in this last box. Here we go. Josh Hart, Alexander Sarr, true rookie. Dominance, Anthony Edwards, Valakunas, Jaylen Brown, Cracked Ice, another LeBron James Cracked Ice. Nice. That's 2 LeBron Cracked Ices for the Lake Show. Olynyk and Jaden Ivey. Kelly Olynyk silver and Jaden Ivey silver. Andre Jackson Jr., Brandon Ingram, Larry Bird, Kelly Oubre Jr. That is your red wave numbered 161 of 299 for the 76ers. All right. That was not the card or player we were hoping for. Scoot Henderson, Desmond Bain, Trey Murphy, Cracked Ice, Dalton Connect, Emergent, Kyle Anderson, Alavardo, Sherman, Bobo Green, Bobo Base, Miller, Mortiz Wagner, Jeremy Shokin Green, and Jeremy Shokin on the regular. And that will do it for your basketball break. Well, if I had to try to do a $16 break with all those full price boxes, that would have been really painful and really bad. The fact that it wasn't that, we were able to go as cheap on it was, I think it was a worthwhile shot at trying to see if we could get ourselves a manga, but clearly those cards are extremely hard to hit. So, all right, let's do the recap. Here's your NBA recap. We got Alexander Sarr, base rookie. Tristan Da Silva, green rookie. LeBron James, Cracked Ice. Alexander Sarr, global reach rookie. Terrence Shannon Jr., green rookie. Jared McCain, base rookie. Anthony Edwards, green, deep space. Jared McCain, base rookie. Jared McCain, instant impact. Terrence Shannon Jr., silver rookie card. Alexander Sarr, emergent rookie card. We had a Dalton Connect and a Bronny James Jr. on the Cracked Ice and green, respectively. Another LeBron Cracked Ice, a Rishashur Global Reach silver, and the Hawks. It's the Cracked Ice. Zach Rishashur green, deep space. Stephon Castle will go to Jaw for Cracked Ice. Then we had two cards numbered to 299, a Kelly Oubre Jr. and a Rudy Gobert for the 76ers and the Timberwolves, respectively. Both numbered to 299. And one John Collins, Blue Wave, or Blue Lava, number 299. Doesn't want to focus. All right, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you, Ray, for getting in the breaks. Again, the mega end-of-year baseball and football breaks will go up tomorrow. I will post a time in the group page, so be on the lookout for that. It'll probably be late afternoon, early evening drops. You don't have to pay on that day, but just let me know when you do pay for it. And I will have a better list of what's in the baseball break come tomorrow as well. So otherwise, I hope you all have a great night. I hope you all hit something that you were looking for. And otherwise, have a great weekend. Have a continued great holiday season. And we'll have more drops. I'll also have the schedule out tomorrow for next week. And we'll see you back all here on Monday night. So have a great weekend, and we'll catch you all later.